don't know how to do this one here. This.
Yeah, share.
What is this right here at the bottom?
Just invite a bunch of people.
Mm-hmm. Hi guys. We are now just inviting people to the live from Facebook because it's just definitely new for us. It's just a whole different area for us. This new Facebook because we don't get up there often enough right now. So with that being said, give us a few minutes. As you can see, we are going to talk about relationships and how we operate in them. Are we offending people through the things that we do, the things that we say, and stuff like that? So that's what we're doing right now. I don't want you guys to miss what we're going to talk about. And we're here now inviting people to join us. Like I said, it's new for us on Facebook. So with that being said, people want to join us, and I want to make sure they are invited. Sweetheart, I need for you to watch on YouTube and send the link out to different people.
Motivate.
While I'm trying to watch Facebook here. So, so it's definitely new for us here. I want to type my husband's name in here because I know he want the link to share as well. Mm-hmm. So, with that being said, thank you guys for joining us once again today. We are truly honored that people want to join us and be with us here. And we are definitely going to go live here and things like that. So, with that being said, he's like I said, he's supposed to be on YouTube.
I know, but for some reason they hit my thing.
So, it also let us now this broadcast. I'm gonna have to just do it somewhere else because you're gonna talk on that. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna learn how to get this Facebook to go live. I promise you. So that's my main thing is to get the Facebook to go live. So I was trying to do it in another area. So I got it right here.
We live, baby.
So
and I'm not on that, so I won't be looking at any messages. Thank you
very much. Hi. I already started on YouTube. I got some people that really want to join us today. So if you see us here, I want to go ahead and share the link with them from my YouTube page so they can join. So, sweetheart, if you share me the YouTube page to my phone, I got some people that want to join us. They want to go on when we go live.
You know what? No problem, baby. Anything you need.
What we're going to do today is y'all can see we're going to talk about relationships today. We're going to talk about relationships because that's what our ministry calls us to do. With that being said, I want you guys to go ahead and read what we're going to be discussing because sometimes in relationships, what takes place is we walk on eggshells. We feel offended. We go through different things, and it's in a relationship. It ain't just talking about husband and wives. We talk about friendship relationships, business partner relationships, and things like that. Mm-hmm. That's what I want to discuss today. Why? Because people get offended, and they are hurt, and you feel like you're now in a glass house, or something was said wrong, or something's really going on, and you don't know how to take it. Sometimes you can say the right thing in the wrong attitude, and you don't even notice it. And because you feel that you're a great straightforward person, and it really hurts that person's feelings, and they don't really say nothing about it. Why? Because they just stop talking to you, and you don't even understand what's really going on. So what I want to do is let's talk about that. Let's dig deep into that right there, because if we don't dig deep in it, we'll always be offended. And I don't want people to be offended because we should be able to open our mouth and tell people, "Hey, that hurt you." What you meant about that? We don't even want to ask questions. That's my thing when it comes to certain things, and that's not even the case. So what I'm requesting is let's go back and look at some friendships that left our life, not because we was trying to hurt them or anything, but because we didn't know that we hurt them or why they left. And sometimes we got to apologize to some people because our directness and things that go on in our life. So with that being said, that's what I want to discuss. And sometimes it could be a husband and wife relationship or a family member relationship. These things sometimes are hard. You think people feel the same way you do about certain things, or they can take certain things, but in actuality, they really hurt their feelings. And instead of them saying that hurt my feelings, or they say, "Oh, I'm all good," it don't matter. When actuality, it does, because everybody works on emotions, and sometimes you meant to hurt their feelings because you want to see what it does to that person. You think it's funny, and sometimes people don't think it's funny from the other side. I tell my husband I don't like sarcasm, and sometimes he continue to do it anyway. But he know my personality, and he know what I like and what I don't like, and I straight up saying, I don't like that. I'm that type of person saying, I don't like that. But some of you guys aren't. Y'all just accept what's given to
But
you instead of saying it.
I hear you talking, but it's a lot of times it's just in a person's character. We take things. A lot of people like myself take things in a different aspect. I'm not gonna get hurt and everything, but hurt about how what I'm saying you made me feel, or you think that you're hurting a person's feeling. Everybody don't feel like that. I mean, a lot of people brought up differently. I don't care about all that. In order for me not to get angry, I'm gonna make a joke about it. That's how I rock. I mean, that's what I do. Or I just like, listen, I'm not even gonna let that invade in my space. Why am I worried about something that ain't listen, it ain't making me no mind. I'm not even worried about what's going on, because a lot of people don't worry about that. It's a lot of people that live in their emotions. They live in their how everybody ain't gonna treat you the same. And then some people get hurt about, oh well, they didn't answer my question a certain way, or they talked to me a certain way, or they made a joke I ain't like, or whatever, or they said something I ain't like. Hey man, everybody gonna say something that you ain't gonna like. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm different. I'm not letting that rain on my parade. I'm good to go. You feel me? So
Yeah,
that's what's up. That's
and,
how I rock.
and
Man.
that's and that's really really accurate. That's how he works. But we're also talking about how other people feel. Now, if they tell you they don't like certain stuff, try to stay within their boundaries. If you still want to stay in their life and you want them to be friends. If I come and say I don't like sarcasm, then don't do sarcasm with me. How you act and how I act is totally different. You know, and that's what people need to understand. Yeah. Say what you like and say what you don't like. Just be real with the person. Don't cross my boundaries, because I think sometimes people do stuff to get under your skin on purpose because they know what you like and what you don't like. And we do that in a marriage. Don't say we don't, because if my husband know I don't like sarcasm and he want to get a rise out of me, he'll be sarcastic.
Not really.
Like,
not really.
Yeah,
Baby,
yeah,
not really.
yeah, really.
I think honestly,
and people do that in the marriage.
Listen, I'm trying to be talking about this because I really feel that a lot of times I don't do things to bother you. You know what I mean? You just be into that mode of I'm super serious all day. I'm not like that all day. We like yin and yang with this. I ain't like that. So I ain't gonna be like mad about what you mad about.
I don't be mad. I just don't like sarcasm. And why you say I'm mad?
Listen. Don't be no good. This real talk. We talking about.
I know, but don't say I'm mad like that.
Okay, I ain't gonna say mad. You're a little frustrated on how I'll get down. That's gonna be on you. Listen, if you saying that you don't want nobody to make you mad, then I won't even bring that up to you. What I'll do is I'll keep your piece of how you want. If you want to be serious, super serious about whatever, we super serious. Mm-hmm. And then I go joking with my friends. We good.
That's right.
I ain't sweating it, yo. I ain't getting involved in that. So the deal is, if my wife had a pet peeve of don't be sarcastic when she in her serious mode, then that's what's up. Sometimes you got to bring smile to the actual situation. I mean, straight up. Listen, the day got to go on. I'm short on living. You know what I mean? Everybody is. And if we let everything bother us or a certain thing, then boom. So my wife, to grant her wishes, if my wife don't like to be mad or angry or upset about something I say or whomever, then cool. I'll be like, hold on. This is when you talking, I'm gonna go, hey, is this a serious situation that I need to be serious with? You And
But
then
you see, that's
no,
how
I'm
you
smiling.
know.
Why can't I be
That's how you
smiling though?
know that he does stuff on purpose. You see how you
She
did
just
that?
think like
No,
everything
for
ain't.
real.
You just think it's everything. I'm
No,
not messing with you.
for real. He know when he getting under my skin. And he
You
know when I'm
just get
serious.
mad.
Melvin, quit saying I get mad because I don't.
Okay, you getting frustrated.
And I do get frustrated because it's certain things that is at certain times serious stuff. And it ain't for sarcasm to make everybody upset or try to lighten the mood because sometimes the mood don't need to be lightened. Sometimes people need to take it for what it is and deal with it right there. Because when you make a joke out of certain things, then guess what? They won't take it as serious as it should to. And sometimes it's a matter of life and death, and it's a matter of importance.
Okay.
So how we're made and how we're structured is totally different. Like my husband's saying.
Yeah.
But if they make it known to you, don't do that, and you offended them, then go back and apologize. Listen, I didn't mean to offend you. I understand that you don't like that, but that's my character.
Yeah,
So once you understand that person's character, you will know that that's who they are. But in a husband and wife relationship, you know that person. You don't been living with that person. You don't been dealing with it. And sometimes some of that stuff, those things cause a divorce or a separation, like I can't take it anymore. You don't respect my wishes, but you want me to respect yours. And that is really true in a marriage. We get divorced around here for anything. You ask to get a divorce because your feelings are hurt, or I can't go out of the house, or you doing this and you doing that. You knew that person was doing that stuff before you married them. I'm pretty sure. You knew how their tone was, how sarcastic they was, how they responded to certain things before you married them. You use a divorce as a back door. I'm coming in this marriage. Let me stay for a little while. If you hurt my feelings, I'm out. I'm gone. It ain't for abuse anymore or cheating anymore. You just use the back door because it made it like it's just a wide open door. Like vows don't mean a thing. Untrue. Vows mean a lot. Okay? That's very, very untrue. When you say vows, you say them unto God. When you say vows, you say them to each other. It says for sickness and in health. All right, for good or bad, like good and bad, not or. It ain't no, it's good and bad. I'm gonna be there, but the bad times don't feel good all the time. Bad times is the times y'all really supposed to bond together. It's gonna be some days you ain't gonna be happy in your relationship. That ain't cause for let me go file divorce papers. It's gonna be some days that you're not gonna accept certain things your spouse say. It don't mean that you got to go file some divorce papers or let's go get a separation. Listen, if you know that you don't like that person right then, why go get married? If you know that you can't spend the rest of your life with that person in their attitude, don't say, I will. All right? Because sometimes that's what we do. We say, I will. My husband, and I'm talking about him because he's right here because it's real, he's not an organized person. My job is to organize. Do he frustrate me because he's not organized? Don't mean he's not clean. I am an organized person. So that's what balances us. He'll clean it, I organize it. You see how it works? Where he's strong, I'm weak. Where I'm weak, he's strong. And it ain't that I can't do everything, a lot of things, but why when I know he got my back and he's my partner?
Yeah,
that's
I
the
ain't
difference.
gonna organize nothing. I'll let you do
We
all
know, we know. We see it all the time. But it won't cause me to get a divorce. All right? It'll cause me to say something to him all the time, or some most of the time. Like, can't you just pick it up for me? Can't you put it on hanger for me? I'm not your maid. We say
that. Nah,
things.
I'm gonna
Like
put
that.
it on the door handle so you can handle it. What are you talking about?
And he definitely do that on the bedpost.
I'll be like, yo, no, go
No.
ahead and handle that thing. So
No.
we had an actual. What you got? What's the name of that crazy machine? Some ski machine, whatever. Man, I put my coat on that thing,
Some of
scarf
my
on
workout
that
machine.
thing, hat on that
The
thing.
lifter.
Yeah, that became my coat rack. Hey, babe, that's what's up, you know. But
And you know what I did? I threw it on the floor to make him trip over it until I feel like picking it
and
up.
then we got that machine up out of here.
I work out in my garage. It ain't just about getting out of it. So with that being said, we really got to be very, very cautious of some of the things that we do. And even when it comes to business relationships. sometimes when people, I really want to discuss this because
Yeah.
when people feel that they are in charge of you, or so-called, I call people partners, because we have a decision and a choice to be on certain things or certain business ventures.
Mm.
Because you feel that you know
Facts.
more than person, or whatever, don't mean that that person is slow by any means. You just been in the business a little longer than them, and you decide to push it a little longer than them, and we're still partners. All right, we're on adults and we do things a certain way. You, sometimes people are stronger in areas that you're not, and that's our job as partners to show them, especially if they're contributing to your salary, because you'll lose a lot of good people because you don't know how to communicate effectively.
Mm.
You talk to people like they don't mean anything, and they have a life and a family just like you do, and that's
Right,
not the
right.
right way to talk to people. You know, I have 7 children all together, and I have a set of twins in here, and the pandemic is really, really running rampant. And sometimes people are just dishonest.
Right.
So it's some areas that I'm not gonna take my time and go and do certain things to bring a virus back in my home. All right, because I have babies in here to me. They're about to be 2 next week,
Mhm.
and my family is the most important thing to me of all the things. And right now
Come
we
on
do
now.
things behind Zoom, especially when it comes to business. If you want a business meeting, we're gonna tell you, jump on Zoom with us. You know, we'll have the meeting right then,
That's
just
how we
called
do
face
it.
to face. Another one of our business people say, hey, this is called the field. But what we used to the field being.
Hey, the field being out there nasty, cold, raining, and you're going out there eating that nasty MRE. That mermite tastes like trash. And don't forget the sea rashes. Baby, you really don't know what the field is about. But what we're talking about by being in the field is we're saying, hey, we can go ahead and contribute and conduct actually great business amongst what we are doing like right now. Guys, it's not that hard. When you have an opportunity to do so and you're making great moves, why not? Okay. Now, my wife is talented in many, 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 many ways. Okay. But then again, she is successful at everything that she does. It may not be at the time that everybody else thinks of because they only got a one track mind. They're one track, one being, one entity of doing things. When we're multiple, we're broadband. So that being said, do you want somebody that is what they say a subject matter expert at every field, or and also bringing in revenue, or do you just want that one person that's doing that one entity? Well, for certain individuals, it may be great to have that one individual doing that one entity. When we are worried about what? Everybody, the whole broad spectrum. All right. So we're looking at our family being multiple streams of income. Okay. We don't mess around. Okay. And that's what I do. That's what my wife does. And we're professionals at it. And we're the best. Okay. We're the best. That's how we do it. Okay. So what I'm saying is this. All right. Hey, I like the way Brandon, like, he texted me crazy stuff. He said, what this man, what's wrong with this guy? So
What is that?
that's your boy right there. That's your boy. He states that, and which I ain't gonna say he wrong now. He said with today's court system that we were talking about,
Mhm.
relationship. He said with today's court system, divorce is super easy, where the man normally loses regardless. My friend,
And let me know, you know what a man loses? I don't know
yeah,
what you
what's up
lose.
with this? Come on,
Wait.
Judge.
First of all, I don't know what the man losing. What you losing? Your wife? That was already lost when you went in to get the divorce. You knew it was over when you went in there to get the divorce. That you lost your wife. So
Hey,
what are you
sometimes
losing?
that ain't a
But
bad thing. Sometimes.
I'm asking, what is he talking about losing? What are you losing?
Well, we're basically saying that the court system is always for the woman and not for the
What
man.
are you losing though? You saying the man always losing? What are you
What we
losing?
mean to you're looking too deep into the loss. The loss is this: when you say you lose, that means you lose everything that they try to take you from.
Take from you?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, to tell you this, Brandon, let me go ahead and sum it
No,
up.
I want to know what you lost, because the reason I'm asking what did you lose, because before you went into to the
Well,
courtroom,
us as men,
let,
we say we lose relationships with our children, because we gotta play, we gotta work this together and have a mediator in between the two
okay, now let's discuss that.
and all that.
All right,
I don't know about
the man ain't just losing, the woman is losing too, and the children are losing.
that. That's
All
true.
right, so
Right.
we're looking at it one sided. See, there's 3 sides to every story. It's the man side, the woman side, and it's God's side. All right. If
Yeah.
we take a look at it broad aspect of for what it really is, everybody lose when it comes time to
That's
divorce.
facts.
And
That's true.
just like the woman get the child or whatever takes place, if we really look at it, she really need that partner in her life to help with that child. It ain't just one sided because the financial gain is gone, the partnership to help raising it, the balance in the household is gone, and everything else. Having children, it takes a two-parent home.
Yeah.
A lot of times right now, and this is just my opinion, and I don't know how many of you agree with me. There's so many laws and rules that's passed. This is my first time ever having a baby boy in the house. And I said something to my husband one day. I said, Dang, on, he's a full-blooded boy. He said, What you mean? He was always born a boy. But I never had a boy. So my husband makes sure that he takes the ring in raising that son because I can't raise a son as a woman to me without having a man right there to bring the balance. We as women try to take and raise a man when you don't even know how to be a man. And then you wonder why young boys got girl tendencies because that's all they see is a woman right there in front of them. And it is no fault to that baby or that young boy being raised, but it is to me that parent fault. You should not withhold a man from a young boy's life at all. They have a father figure, there's mentors, and there are coaches. Find somebody to show them how to operate like a man. That's a true role model. I'm not talking about somebody that is gonna go to prison and be a part of a gang, be gang bangers or whatever. Would you let your child hang around a drug dealer? Would you want somebody to hang your child to hang around somebody out of prison just doing wrong things? I'm not saying all people that coming out of prison are wrong. Some of them change their lifestyle and love God and serve God wholeheartedly. But what I am saying is choose wisely who your children hang around, especially when they're growing up. Choose wisely, even if you marrying people and having those children by them, because you know from the beginning how things are going to work.
Now that's some good information right there because that is true. Ladies, gentlemen, understand that. Write that down. Send it to your kids and send it to your loved ones. But he also said that he had to pay about $30,000 to keep his daughter. He said that ain't right. And it ain't right. He said, how is it that a man has to fight to be part of their kid's life and to go such a thing? And he also states that child support and alimony is garbage. He said, uh, he said she has a right to a child's needs, but both parents, unfortunately, more times than not, the courts don't see it that way.
Okay, let's talk about that. When it comes to child support, and like I
Great
told
point,
you
John.
guys, last week, Melvin is my third husband. And I thank God that I got a man that's very
You
wise.
guys lost out on the gym, baby. I got it. You know what I'm saying? I picked it up for you.
And it's very wise. Let's talk about child support. When it sometimes comes to child support, they base it off income. When child support came for my family, especially for my second husband, they looked at both our incomes. And actually, I paid for more for a child living in here, and I was making more money on the job. So if you cannot balance child support off of what's actually taking place, they balance income out, making more income so that money is coming in. What can it do for young girls when they get their hair done, when they need sanitary stuff, when you buying clothes, when you buying food, and your light bill and everything else? Matter of fact, I went to court and said I didn't need child support. They said you're gonna get it because he's the dad.
Dang,
I
like
straight up
that,
let him know I don't want it, I don't need it. But the judge saw fit to say he helped you make this child, and he's gonna pay child support. So sometimes it ain't just about the funds that's coming in the house, right? The funds come in the house to offset the bills because the child lived there, from groceries, for the light bill and everything else. Now you think about all the bills you had together, and now you separate those. Now you in two households where the children are. If the child live here, think about a mortgage on the house.
Yeah.
Right? Think about the food and groceries that go in the house. Think about what the child needs. Think about this. Some people worried about a little $700-800 to go in the house, but the light bill sometimes $200. The mortgage on the house is sometimes over $2,000. Think about the groceries that come in there over $300. So is that even making up half of the stuff?
But that's for people that are established. So, gentlemen, take heed to what my wife is stating. Don't be going out there trying to get with these girls and they ain't really got they ain't got no quality or quantity for you and your growth. Because if she ain't where you need to be, y'all don't need to be intertwining together anyway. Because this ain't the 1960s and it's definitely the early 70s. You guys got to be established together as a team in order for you to live amongst this place called the rate issue of what? Because, hey, inflation is real, guys. So when you guys are out there and she's talking about all of this, you know, that's money. $300 here, $300 here. But some people ain't even got a pot to piss in. They living with their grandma. And they out there want to smoke weed and go out there and have their weed done. Bro, we ain't got time for that. So we gotta choose wisely. We gotta use the red pill or the blue pill. If you guys out there getting them scallywags, you're gonna be hurt. Do you want the realness or not? Do you want me to sugarcoat it and say, hey man, you know, it's just gonna be that day. Just find you a great one. You want me to tell you, no, bro, that ain't the one. We need to be policing each other up. Women need to police up the other women. Don't be bold. You be like, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you, sis. You're doing good. That's good. You got a man. I salute you. But what do you see him in the next 3 to 5 years? We need to all look at that. What do we see these jokers in the next 3 to 5 years? As a friend, if you got a friend that's out there about to make the biggest mistake in his life, oh, he met her at the club. He better take her in. Next you know, you're going to get that bill in the mail. Because she going to get your social somehow, some way.
The only thing you really have to do is ask them what their goals are. Yeah, what do they see themselves in the next 2 to 3 years? Sometimes you got to start small. If I met you here and you here, what do you see yourself in the next 2 to 3 years? When you retire, or what age do you want to retire? These are some critical points, especially in a relationship. Yeah. If you're talking about having a family, if we don't start taking time in asking these questions, then you wonder why after 5 years somebody is not doing something. That's because you didn't do your homework.
Come on now, listen. You think I'm gonna marry my wife just because she's pretty?
Yeah.
Nah, man, you gotta have an asset. No, I'm being honest. And I gotta think about how much I gotta really give up. You know what I mean? Because if she is not being able to withhold, she's gonna be digging in my pockets left and right.
I'm gonna do that anyway.
No, I'm being honest, being straight, because my wife even told me that, hey, love is one thing, but love can die. Mm-hmm. You never know. I mean, what's the most divorce rate? You know who divorced the most? People who got financial issues. Or they don't communicate. You know why they ain't communicating? Because they ain't got the money to listen. Y'all, I'm telling you right now, let your money go low. Let your money go low. Some of you cats gonna be divorced because she gonna be like this. My foundation is cracked and broken. I can't be dealing with him because he can't help me grow as well. He's sitting on the couch playing PS5 and all this mess.
I'm at 40 and 50 years old.
I'm in the meta world, bro. You about to be in the metaverse for real. Yeah, I'm telling y'all.
First of all, I'm not paying for no game for $400. I'm gonna throw out there right now. That's wasting time, and you don't really own that land. If I can't go to Florida and be on that beach and say it's mine, that little thing you paying for, then it ain't real.
No, they putting their feet in the water and the glasses on.
It ain't real, baby. It ain't real. Go put your feet in your tub. So, or the pool down the street. So, it ain't real.
So, baby, now listen. Now the thing that you told me, you said, yeah, I love you and all that. I'm in love with you.
But love is an emotion.
But you told me, you said what? I was an asset to you.
He definitely is an asset.
My wife had money already.
He's an investment.
I had money, but she was like, listen, you're an asset. You're good. You have some type of foundation. She ain't finna get with no bum. These cats out there laying up with some bums out there, and then they trying to figure out what's going on. They all on Facebook. You know what? June ain't do me right this week. June did me dirty. It took it's income tax season, baby. You ain't hearing what's going on? They gonna butter with you all went along till that income tax come.
Listen to me. Listen, let's talk about income tax right now, because this is a big deal, especially this time of the year. I'm gonna tell you right now, and I don't know how many people listen to me. These stimulus checks have handicapped people. I gotta be real, but the government is just handing you money. So when you don't want to work hard, you think it should just come through the mail or hit your account. You don't really want to work hard no more. You just, I need a donation. I'm about to lose my house. I'm about to lose this. I'm about to lose that. People are offering you opportunities to literally get started and make an income, and it's just that easy. Just that easy. You don't even have to go outside to go in the elements. Some things can be done online. but you want people to give you a donation. A donation. You ain't even saying borrow no more. I want a donation because the government give it to me for free.
Yeah,
You know, and it's really irritating to me that you don't want to work for money anymore. The economy is going up. Like my husband said, there's an inflation. Now, here's another thing that he brought up: this stimulus check. People asking to borrow people kids to put them on the tax return.
Come on, yo.
How you borrow somebody's child name and you ain't help raise the child all year long?
That's been happening for years.
It have been, but we're gonna be real with it because that's what we call real talk.
Classism.
Here is what we're gonna discuss. You need to stop doing that. If you owe taxes, pay them. The taxes goes towards where you live at. It takes up and it makes your cost of living better if you pay them. We get so much funds from the government that we don't even need. You gonna get a job and come off the government assistance. You don't need food stamps really. You just want them, and you hate to bring your living up because you don't want to lose food stamps.
Okay, listen. I'm gonna give it to you. Just
who does this?
I'm gonna give it to you.
I'm gonna stay in a price range because if I come out in this price range, I'm gonna lose my food stamps.
Yo,
y'all crazy.
I had a person to tell me that, man. He said, "Yo, I'm getting my Section 8 hookup. If I lose this, and that's how the government tricks the mind. I'm gonna tell y'all something. All right, y'all want the realness, or you want to get sugar coated? We're gonna give you the business. We're gonna give you that work. Check it out.
No, we don't want to do that. That's not what we're talking about. You hurt people feelings.
No.
Offense is taken when you hurt somebody feelings due to the truth or the attitude in which you say it. You can say the right thing in the wrong way. Therefore, you are still wrong. Let's discuss it. Thank you. So we're discussing it. We're trying to say it in the right attitude.
We're trying to say it in the right attitude. But some people got to get that work. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be serious with you guys. If you guys are not setting your money up in the right vehicles, you're wrong. Okay? Because you got to set yourself for success. But we're talking about relationships here. If you got your husband saying, "No, we ain't doing none of that. We ain't trying to, we're not trying to enhance our future." I don't know. That's a light bulb. That's like a light bulb to me. That's like, nah. That would be like, yo, I don't think that we ain't communicating together effectively as far as what's our future like going to be with our children and my generational wealth. Because generational wealth is the key. You know what I'm saying? Am I doing everything for no reason? Because we've been brainwashed to think that that's the way we're supposed to be, guys. We're supposed to be thinking that people are going out there and getting married to the best woman in their lives, and they're not trying to build with them. They're trying to go out there and get a scallywag. Bruh. And then they sleeping with the people that's uglier than I don't know what. Then they be like, yo.
Now you talking about people look after you just said it.
Listen. My wife she compassionate about stuff like that. Like, I don't care about all that. Do y'all want the realness or you don't?
We got 10 minutes.
It's 10 minutes of just straight up the truth. Listen, guys. I'm not trying to take up the conversation. You guys better get it together, man. Stocks and bonds mean truth. Now, if you guys don't understand between the two, you better get with us real quick because it's happening. I don't care if people think that they got a big old organization, they're established or whatever. People that think they're more established is not really established. They are straight. But if you want to be comfortable, that's complacency in your lifeline. That's when you're going to stop and halt, because when you run into that one block that's in the tunnel, what's going to happen is you ain't going to know how to unfold yourself. And then you're going to be trying to figure out what's up. And then the next thing you're going to be doing is going to try to screw somebody else over because you don't know how to handle your actual finances in the right way. You're going to be all mean and evil with your wife and your husband and all of that because you're not understanding what's going on. I'm going through some things. You ain't really going through nothing. If you go through something, that means God is trying to bring you out of something. I'm out of there. It ain't showing no messages on there. Word up.
Ain't no message on her either.
I know, baby. And you know what?
Anyway,
maybe they sleeping when it's trying to get
listen to business. Me. Yes, we talk about finances. We talk about different things, but we actually talk about relationships. And relationships are destroyed for many, many reasons. But we should not use that back door called divorce because you're not communicating effectively. People used to die for each other. They used to have each other back. We right now get offended, husbands and wives. We get offended. I tell our wives who's raising 5 or 6 kids at home, you're not benefiting or contributing to this household. When in actuality, they're contributing more than what you think. To go to a place to work and worry about the people on the job is really easier to run an entire household with children cooking and cleaning, having your dinner ready, having your clothes washed, put up, having it smell good when you come back home, and also running a business in the background of it and making sure your kids are squared away and all the sports events and everything else. I used to think that being in the military was really, really hard compared to being a mom at home. And actually, being a mom at home and being in the military, it runs hand in hand to me. How you say, because I'm still taking care of people. I'm taking care of smaller people that I got to take my time with, but it's still children and people, especially when they came in the military. And it's called relationship. You want a relationship and show relationship love to your children, and you also in being part of the military, especially as leaders, you got to take care of somebody else's children that's looking for you to bring their children or send their children back home alive, not to death,
Right.
alive, and you got to take care of them. And sometimes we got to do tough love. We got a teenager that's get ready to graduate, and it's really tough sometimes to deal with their attitudes, but you got to deal with it in a certain way and sometimes with strictness, and you got to show them tough love. You can't give them everything you want. Parents trying to be their children's friend, and you wonder why they end up in jail because you're not telling them the truth. You're not telling the truth from the beginning. You just letting them do whatever they want to do out there, even in your house. You don't make them show you the respect that they should show, and then you wonder why they can't even get a job and why they still back on your couch at the age of 40.
Come on now.
Now, how many young men or moms got their child back on their couch at age 40, 35 to 40? You understand what I'm saying? Don't blame that on generations. You blame that on you raising them. You blame that on you not teaching them how to get a a career or a job as a young. You blame it on them not learning hospitality at an early age. My daughter go to work and she said, "Mom, a lot of people quit." And they said, "Man, this work is too hard," because they're looking for something easy. But if you teach them hospitality at the beginning, from serving at church doors, from serving in the church, from serving you at home, and serve, when they go somewhere to work at a restaurant and they know how to serve, they want to know why the tenacity and the discipline is there, because you taught them at an early age. It all begins sometimes with the first glass of water. As long as the glass is clear, they bring it to you without an attitude. Because when my daughter's eating bread, I say, "Hey, hold up, don't give me no mad water. I don't want that glass of water. You got an attitude over it. Take it back, pour it out, and come back again." Well, Mom, okay, I understand what you're saying, but I don't want the water because you're upset. And different things carry different spirits. So you teach them to serve right with the right attitude, from bringing you a glass of water to serving food on a tray and everything else. Because I serve them, I'm not mad. I'm not throwing food on the tray, throwing it to them on the table. You see what I'm saying? So you teach them early, even with that. You know, I got a babies that about to turn 2. As soon as they finish drinking, they throw it on the floor. I say, "Hold up, pick that up off the floor." Right. You see what I'm saying? So it's all about that as well. So we got to be very cautious on some things that we do, some things that we say, and how we operate with things. And always, husband and wives, even if you separate and get a divorce, look at it like both parties are losing. They're losing their best friend. They're losing their child. Right. You bringing in income. You giving up some income, but guess what? That other person also losing as well. I mean, they losing their full wholeness. It takes me and my husband in this household, both to raise these children. Right. And now we made it to us in this household to live off one income on purpose. Right? On purpose, we did that. Tell them how it works. You know, if we don't do that, just in case I lose a partner or we lose a partner, we can still sustain the way we live. Come on now. We don't have to lose that. Speak it. The problem is we live above our means. We do? No, I'm talking about people. I include us in it. We live above our means. I don't just want to say you. I learned not to say just you, because now you blaming people. We as a whole, as a nation, try to go get the next best car. Why do you need a new car every day on 2 years? Why? It's a waste of money. Why? As soon as you pay off that car, you want to go get another one. Why? You don't even got a house. For one, you renting. Come on now. You in front of an apartment building with a brand new car. And it ain't no little car. Sometimes you got Escalades. You got I got an Infiniti. I said, "Why you got a brand new Infiniti in front of an apartment? You only got a house to live in." Won't you really, really get things together? And then think about, go get something. I teach my daughter right here, go get a $2,000, $3,500 car. You are in high school. You don't need no brand new car. She gonna tell you making extra money and you won't get a teenager brand new car. You better afford insurance on a brand new car.
Come on now.
They hitting curbs and everything else. Me and my husband went on a trip with the business that we're in. They took us to bring us to New Jersey.
Yeah.
She called us, oh, my car is making noise. Well, making noise, find out what to do, hit a pothole. Now you're going to wait and you're going to take the car to get fixed. You see what I'm saying? If you begin to allow them to see what's taking place,
you feel good.
Guess what will happen? It will change their viewpoint of how things really take place. If you allow them to contribute before they leave out the door, they'll know how to handle their business. How many of your children that came back to your house?
Right.
That live in the home with you and trying to bring extra back? Your boyfriend, I mean, your boyfriend ain't coming up in here. You see what I'm saying? I'm sorry, that's not how I raised you. You're not married. And if you do get married, that man better start taking care of you. They should have known you were high maintenance before they took you on.
Indeed.
But you know how you live, and you know you got a standard of living. Even if I go stay with somebody, me and my husband do this. If they're not up to our standard, we're going to bring their home up to our standard while we're there. And it ain't that we're bougie, it's just that we are accustomed to how we live. And we don't even pay attention to it. No, it's just a custom because we got children.
Yeah, that's true.
You see what I'm saying? And sometimes people don't have children when we go stay. So we got to bring it to the point of we can still sustain who we are and the things that we do. Yeah. So the disagreements and the things, how we say things really hurt sometimes, right? But it might hurt, but is it true? What attitude are you saying it in? I want to come to you in truth, in honesty, in the right attitude to help you to get through to some points to you and to deal with certain things so you can take another look at what's really going on and why people respond to you the way they do.
That's it. Well, hey, that's it, guys. Today was a good, impactful day. If you came on a little late, hey, it's okay. The video is there. Go and watch it again. Thing is, just know we acted a... Nah, we ain't gonna say that. I'm having fun. All right, we got some good messages that came out, all right, relationship-wise. And then we went in a little bit of like, you know what I'm saying, a little chastising right quick. You guys got to get this sauce because if you don't, you're going to be lost. Yeah, straight up. Anything else, babe?
No, thank you guys for joining us once again. Listen, I don't want to forget that we got a book here, Take a Stand and Look Within. I always want to share this with you. You won't get on Amazon, anywhere books are sold. It's on that it's a little Kindle thing. It's everywhere.
Kindle. It's on Barnes. It's at Barnes and Nobles,
Amazon. Walmart. It's a lot of different places.
And you can download it and you can just listen to it, read to you. They got that too.
So
audio.
Listen, Take a Stand is really impactful.
Really
you
good
haven't
book.
Ordered it. Just take a look and read it, and it would definitely change your life. It'll bring your mind to a clearer focus. Also, me and my husband is doing great and amazing things. I don't want y'all to forget it. We're part of an amazing business, and we will help you with those finances. We will sit down with you. We'll get everything squared away for you. We will create a whole new outlook on why you guys are in a disagreement, especially if it comes to financing. We want husband and wives. If you are married, just join us. We will sit down with both of you guys. We don't want to just one and you think you're above the other. No husband and wife teams. Now, if you're single, we want to talk to you directly, you know, to make sure your finances squared away to prepare for your future. You know, retirement is right around the corner. Some of you want to retire next year and you don't understand how you're going to do it. Some of you want to retire 2 to 3 years and you don't understand how you're going to do it. You want to make money, but you don't know how. We got the solution for you.
Also, if you wanted to get your license in doing that, okay, so you can actually change your portfolio in your life. There you go. All right. So what my wife was saying is financial portfolio is important, guys, because everybody wants to go out there and do great things like buy your new home. Guys, being able to fund your kids' colleges. Those are big things. Owning your own business. These are great things that you guys need to be thinking about, because when you do something great amongst you and your spouse, everything else falls into place. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys being on. Hey, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, get back in that thing. Press that bell, because then you'll get the notification.
Thank you for joining us here on Real Talk with Melvin and Shanequa Wilson. We will see you next week. Listen, I can't give you a definite time because we are working from home with the kids. That's why I told my husband last week, don't try to tell you no time, because I already knew. So just hit the subscribe. You'll see when we come on live. Okay, so thank you guys for joining us. Just share.
Make sure you guys share and like this.
Now, if you want to reach us, hit us in the inbox, messenger or whatever. Let us know if you want some information, we will be here. But before I let you go, I want to pray with you and invite you to Christ. We are here. I'm Evangelist Shanequa Wilson. This is my husband, Deacon Melvin Wilson, right here beside me. We are real people. So, and we do have faults, but I know I love God. We love God, and we want to minister to you right where you at. We don't try to sugarcoat things. We don't try to give them to you hard or crispy. We try to tell you stuff in love and truth and honesty to make sure it reaches you right where you need to be reached at. But thank you for joining us, and I want to pray with you before you leave. And if you need prayer one-on-one, just give us a call, all right? Lord Father, in the name of Jesus, we thank you once again for allowing us to come together on Real Talk with the people with Melvin and Shanequa Wilson. We thank you for the understanding that you've given us, Lord, even in relationships, so we can share what we deal with in our household for it can minister to other people. Holy Spirit, for every person that joined us on today, Lord, allow them to get a nugget or two to change their life. Give them the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding they need to be out there in their workforce, Lord, that see you through all that they do and all that they say. Holy Spirit, we thank you for the love that you show. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen and amen.
Amen.
We'll see you guys on next week. And thank you once again.
Next week, let's go. Real Talk. See you guys next week. Real Talk.